to MOCA's Nola Bells and Bows, where the love runs deep, the fam stays strong, and the bells, they always ring for us. We the bells and we hold it down, yeah. Real ones only, we don't mess around. All love, no cap, no clout to chase, just truth in the chat and respecting the space. It's family, MOCA got that heart of gold. From the south to the stream, we brave and bold. You ain't gotta pick sides or play a role, just show a real and you already home. Pull up to the bells and bows like a Sunday seed. Got peace in the room and a vibe on beat. No drama, no mess, just minds that meet. Introduce yourself in the chat and the mods gon' greet. Real talk, we got brothers and sisters here. Ain't no fake love, every heart sincere. We've been through storms, but the skies stay clear. Loyalty live, that's the chant you hear. Woo! No chaos in the comment section, just bells with a bond and a bold connection. Safe space, strong face, deep reflection. MOCA don't fold, that's pure protection. If you ever felt unheard, misunderstood, pull up in the chat, we treat you good. Ain't gotta be loud, just gotta be true. MOCA got the light and we shine with you. Not a panel of pain, it's a platform of pride. Everybody got space and we don't divide. You loyal, you love, that's how we ride. Got a bell and a bow in the name, but a tribe world. From the mods to the lurkers and folks on rewatch. Every tap, every like, we feel it alive. MOCA ain't just a name, it's a vibe you caught. Nola Bell, Nola Boast, that's a family, not a thought. Bring it loud, we the bells and we hold it down. Yeah, we do. Real ones only, we don't mess around. Real talk, all love, no cap, no clout to chase. Just truth in the chat and respecting the space. It's family, MOCA got that heart of gold. From the south to the stream, we brave and bold. You ain't gotta pick sides or play a role to show a real and you already home. MOCA said that to every bell in the space. Whether you typing, watching, or just vibing, you are this family. And over here, we don't fold, we ring. Ooh.
Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday, guys. Happy Wednesday and welcome. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you all has had an awesome day thus far. And as always, it is always a blessing to open up this live stream and to see all of my beautiful people sitting here on the porch. We're never here for a long time, but we definitely make the best of the time that we do have. Thank you all for pulling up on this evening. Welcome again on this beautiful hump day. Y'all get on up in here, get comfortable, because I know y'all saw that title. The replay gang don't want to let me forget them $7,000. Tonight we are talking about the $7,000 receipt, the auto shop, the money, and the silence behind it. And I know y'all saw that thumbnail too. $7,000 mentioned again. Where's the truth? Where is the truth in this money? Now hold on, just hold on a second. Before anybody get ahead of themselves, start packing bags and trying to move on and walk on over to Detroit, I just want to say, can we just talk about something tonight? Can somebody explain to me why this number keeps showing up? That's it. That's the question tonight. Because for months and months now, every time this conversation comes up, every time these calls are exposed, and every time the replay gang starts commenting and starts digging, somehow these numbers find its way back into discussion. $7,000. Now, maybe it's nothing. Then again, maybe it's something. Or maybe, just maybe, there's a reason people keep circling back to it. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Not because Nola Bells and Bowles, cousins and friends have all the answers. No. Not because we're sitting here claiming anything, but because after 2 years of covering this case, I've learned that when the porch keeps circling back to something and asking the same questions, is usually worth sitting down and talking about. And tonight, baby, y'all been asking, and we're going to pull up a chair. We're going to see if the math is mathing tonight. We most definitely will. We most definitely will. And before we get started, I'm going to take a moment and welcome my beautiful moderators. I see you all. Thank you all for pulling up, always holding the porch down. I appreciate everything you all do for helping me keep the porch running smoothly. Y'all are truly appreciated. My Nola Bells, Bowles, cousins, and friends. If you haven't already, please take a quick second, hit the like button for your girl. Double tap those emojis to the right and let YouTube know that the porch light is on this beautiful hump day. Share out the live stream to all platforms. Text a friend, a cousin, a auntie. Shit, wake your baby daddy and them up. Bush watchers, baby, I see y'all. Come on out them bushes tonight and hit that subscribe button. As a matter of fact, grab a membership and become a part of this elite family. And if you truly enjoy the content and would like to support the porch, the mission, and this voice, you can do so by sending super chat, super sticker, hyping up the live with jewels, or by sending your girl a cash app. All donations are forever appreciated. And they help me to continue to come out here and pour more into you guys. And I'm thanking you all in advance for your continued love and support to the channel. And before we get too far down this rabbit hole and have dollars flipping all over this building, let me say this. The purpose of tonight's live stream is for commentary and discussion. Everything we discuss here on this platform is publicly available information. It's my commentary, your thoughts. We ain't over here claiming to know something that the law enforcement don't already know, because they know too. I ain't here to tell nobody what to think, what to say, what to believe. Over here, we only provide a space for conversation, critical thinking, and discussion. Now, if I ask a question, it's because it's a question. And if y'all would see my eyebrows go up, that's because they went up because something just wasn't right. And if I say the math ain't mathing, that's because, damn it, the math don't be mathing. So come on, guys. Go grab your drinks and your snack. Grab your emotional support cousin, because tonight we're going to need every cousin we could get. Let's talk about it. All right, Nola Bells and Bowles, let's wake this algorithm up. Let me open this up with a question before I do what I do, greeting my people. If you keep hearing the same number over and over and over again, are you paying attention? Or are you looking at it and saying it don't matter? If you're paying attention, drop some money bags up in this chat. Let's light this chat up tonight. Let's light this chat up tonight. Drop some money bags up in this thing. Let me get to speaking to my people before MOCA runs off by the mouth and don't know when to come back. So let me do what I do so well. And that's greeting each and every one of you. Happy Wednesday, guys. Happy Wednesday, my beautiful sister, Black Goddess. I see you, my love. Happy Wednesday, sis. Happy Wednesday. And welcome. Ooh, loud. I see the money bag. Yo, I see them. I see them. Kenyetta Marie, welcome, sis. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And happy Wednesday to you. Kenyetta Marie said, did y'all hear the last call where Jarvis said he took 2 melatonin and he was about to sleep like a baby? Well, now, Kenyetta Harris, welcome, my sister. Welcome, baby. Happy Wednesday to you. Erica Red, win that money tonight at Bingo, my girl. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Kimberly Earls, I see you, sis. Star, I see you, niece. I see you, niece. Yes, ma'am. I'm glad you went back and hit the like button. And maybe somebody in here forgot to hit that like button. Baby, you got time. Go back and hit the button for your girl. Hey, Markeisha, happy Wednesday, my love. Welcome. Cynthia Garris, I see you, my love. Welcome, baby. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Diamond of Delta, I see you, my love. Welcome, baby. Ariane, my girl. Welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday. Look at my girl, Angel. Hey, boo. Angel Face, welcome. Happy Wednesday. Look, 504 is in the building. Hey, boo. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Angel Face said, Lord, my favorite show is on, baby. And we are so glad to be back on. Look at my girl, JJ. What's going on, sister? What's going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday to you. Drag Racing, I see you, my love. Happy Wednesday, baby. Cynthia Harmon. My girl says she's comfortable on the porch and she's ready for whatever. Welcome, my love. What Caramel Cutie. Welcome, baby. I see you all coming up in here, and it is so good to open up these porch doors and be welcomed back the way that you all up in here. Carla Russell, welcome, my love. Good seeing you again. Ernestine, welcome, love. Welcome. Hey, Linda O'Neill, welcome, my love. Happy Wednesday to you. Natasha, I see you, baby. Happy Wednesday, my love. Red Baby Love, welcome, welcome, welcome to you, my darling. Welcome. Ariane says, JB, what's his money roll? Wants his money roll him up in King 7K and that $100 you two. Ariane, you crazy as hell. Hey, Deborah, welcome, my love. Happy Wednesday, beautiful soul. I see you, my love. Happy Wednesday to you. JJ said Frank mentioned it. Jarvis says, nah, he owes me $7,000. Then the round man with girl braids said $7,000. JJ, you crazy as shit. JJ said the round man. Red Baby Love says, Frank was having a conversation with Jarvis, like Jarvis was his girlfriend. Red Baby Love, and he was. And he was. Drag Racing, that part, my love. Drag Racing says, Evangelist, come to the porch. Come on, Big Perm. Tonight is your night to shine, baby. Share this to Facebook, somebody, and it might grab Big Perm's attention. JJ says, Jarvis first said legal matters in Macomb County. And we all know that case was dismissed, then changed his story and told police he had legal matters in Cleveland. Look, JJ, they hadn't tripped him up. Jarvis was confused in his lies and he knew he had a story to tell, but didn't know how to get it out. Victoria, I see you, my love. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My girl Star says, I was wondering why $7,000 seemed to be the lucky number in Detroit. Kenyetta Howard, Baby, I appreciate you so much. So much. Thank you, my love, for being a member, being a Nola Bell for 13 months. Sister, you are so appreciated. Thank you so very much. Look at no nonsense. No nonsense. Happy Wednesday, my love. Happy Wednesday. Cynthia Harmon, we appreciate you too, my love. Thank you for being a Nola Bell for 6 months. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Over here on this porch, we're definitely famming uptown. Angelique, I see you, my baby. Happy Wednesday. Oh, God, look at CM is up in here. Hey, my love. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Portia made it to the porch. Hey, boo. Angel Faye says, bitch, better have my money. Pay me what you owe me. That was too much like doing right. Before I pay you what I owe you, let me get rid of you. Let me get rid of you right now. Star says, nope. I didn't hear that call either. So that's where Annette got the melatonin idea from, huh? Girl, let's start. They're all using the same verbiage, sis. You see how all this shit is coming back full circle? My God. Big Mama, happy Wednesday, my love. Lisa Wilson, I see you in the building, baby. Welcome. I am covered. Happy Wednesday, my love. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sugar Tea, welcome, beautiful. Happy Wednesday to you. I am his wife. Welcome. My girl said I'm doing homework, but I'm still listening. Welcome. We're happy to have you here with us this evening, my love. Linda, I see you, Miss Linda Jackson. Welcome, my love. Look at Janice. Hey, baby. Welcome, welcome. Welcome. Linda, happy belated birthday, my love. 65, girl. What a blessing. What a blessing. What a blessing. Happy belated birthday. I'm his wife says, oh, yeah, Big Perm. Big Perm, we need you on the porch ASAP. And we do. And we do. Miss Lady B, welcome, my love. Tracy Ellen, my girl. I see you, boo. I see you. Welcome. Welcome. Cynthia Harmon says, MOCA, we need the Helmet twins to come front and center. We need to know where the hell that baby is at. Absolutely. Absolutely we do. So y'all, let's get on into this good old commentary. And once again, welcome to each and every one of you. And there may be a little moment where, you know, you guys may have forgotten to hit that like button. Man, go ahead on and hit the like button. Please and thank you. And don't forget the emojis on the right. Double tap them. Light them up. Let YouTube know we're back. We're back. And the porch light is definitely on tonight. It's on. Even though, y'all, we've talked about this $7,000 time and time again, I know one thing, y'all ain't letting up. Y'all ain't letting up. Because every time I go and I open them replay comments, child, y'all have no idea. Y'all want them $7,000 to come with answers. No cap, Tamla. Welcome, my love. Happy Wednesday to you, baby. Every single time MOCA thinks she done moved on. Every time I think we're talking about something else. Every time I think we're pulling on another thread, here y'all come. But what about the $7,000? MOCA, what was that money for? Come on, MOCA, shit, make this make sense. MOCA, why does this keep coming up? Well, I ain't about to say we go find the answers tonight. Hell, I don't know if you're going to find the answers next week. But one thing I know for sure, we could damn sure talk about it. And Lord knows, I know y'all got some shit to say. Because, baby, y'all been wearing my ass out about these $7,000 for months. Hey, my girl PJ, happy Wednesday, my love. Welcome. So tonight, y'all, let's sit down and talk about it. Let's talk about these $7,000. Let's talk about the auto shop that don't do background checks, that give second chances. Let's talk about the conversations between King and Jarvis and Frank. Let's talk about the questions and talk about why this damn $7,000 keeps finding its way back on the goddamn porch. Because one thing is for sure, as long as there's no Naziyah, y'all ain't letting it go, y'all ain't letting up, and neither am I. Steffi J, welcome, my love. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday, beautiful. Now the first, cool girl sister, welcome, love. Now the first we've heard of this mysterious $7,000 was around the time when Naziyah first came up missing. Big Perm introduced us to $7,000. If y'all remember correctly, we were introduced to $7,000 by Big Perm. Big Perm said $7,000 was supposedly part of a conversation involving Annette, Naziyah's birth mother lady, and some mysterious rug dealer. Now at that time, y'all, I ain't gonna lie, his story was questionable as hell. There were some truths in his lies because it felt like there was more to the story than what he was really saying. And every time somebody asked a question, here he come talking on the side of his lip with his heavy ass tongue, speaking in codes, dropping little clues and half-ass answers. Another, you know what I mean. Nah, bitch. If you knew what you meant, then say what the hell you meant, nigga. Because at that point, I felt like everybody was speaking in riddles. So we did what we always do. We put it in our back pocket. Because sometimes you hear something. You don't know what it means. You don't know where it fits. But you don't want to throw it away. You just hold on to it. Now, fast forward 2 years. Here we got Jarvis Butts sitting in Wayne County Jail. And all of a sudden, here come that damn $7,000 again. Now, hold on. Because this is where my eyebrows started going up. Not because he mentioned the money. Not because somebody owed him no money, because people owe people money every goddamn day. That ain't unusual. The unusual part was the amount. The unusual part was the amount. The same amount. Not 5,000, not 10,000, not 2,500. The same amount that had already been mentioned before, back in 2024. Now this time, this conversation is between Jarvis and King. Jarvis said Frank owed him $7,000. Frank claimed Jarvis stole $7,000. Okay, cool. But my question is, $7,000 for what, goddammit? Because, baby, that's kind of important to me. What exactly are we talking about here? What, Colonel? Happy Wednesday, my love. Welcome, baby. What exactly are we talking about here? Was it a business deal? Was it personal? Was it related? Was it related to the shop that don't do background checks? Or was it something else? Because I don't know. And that's why we're talking about it. Because if I knew, if I really knew, if we knew, we wouldn't be sitting here tonight. But here's what I do know. Here's what I do know. The minute that number popped the fuck back up, baby, y'all was on it. And y'all never let it go. Because from that moment on, y'all started asking the same question over and over again. Hey, MOCA, is this the same $7,000? Well, hell yeah, it is. And that's where things started getting interesting. Because now we ain't talking about one conversation. We're talking about two different conversations separated by 2 years, featuring different people, but somehow connected to the same dollar amount. Is it related? I don't know. Does it mean it's not related? I don't know that shit either. But what I do know is this. If I heard a strange number one time, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But when that same number comes back around years later, now my ass is really paying the fuck attention. Because at minimum, it's a hell of a coincidence. And at maximum, it just might explain. Just might explain what could have possibly happened to Naziyah and why so many people still have questions. Now hold on. My beautiful sister, April Webster, welcome, my love. Happy Wednesday, beautiful. Now hold on, y'all, because maybe it's just me. Maybe my ass done listened to too many of these damn jail calls. I don't know. Maybe this case has been going on too long with these people lying and trying to cover up shit. Maybe y'all got me looking at this shit sideways, but something about this ain't sitting right with me at all. And I've been saying that shit from the beginning. Because let me make sure. See, I got to replay this shit back to make sure I'm understanding. Khalil, welcome, my love. Happy Wednesday, boo. I got to make sure I'm understanding this shit correctly, because back in 2024, we heard the evangelist with the $7,000. We don't get no straight answer back then. We got codes. We got thick tongues. We got half stories. We got pieces, confusion. And then they even threw in a goddamn rug deal in this one. Now fast forward 2 whole years. And here come that same damn number again. Now hold up. We ain't doing that shit. No way. No how. No way. That's some weird shit. And if I hear some weird shit, I'm going to ask about the weird shit. What exactly was Frank supposed to owe Jarvis $7,000 for, y'all? Carly Henry, welcome, my love. What exactly was Frank supposed to owe Jarvis $7,000 for? Because, that's a very fair question. That's not me accusing nobody of shit. That's me asking the same damn question that Portia been asking. For what? Because if somebody owe me $7,000, baby, I'm going to know why. If somebody owed you $7,000, you're going to know why. So why are we all sitting here trying to figure out what the money was connected to? And why does it feel like every answer created 3 more goddamn questions? Because that's where I'm at right now. Maybe it's a coincidence, maybe it ain't. Maybe it's important, maybe it ain't. But one thing I know for sure, the porch ain't crazy. Definitely ain't crazy. I'm going to grab y'all comments in 1 second, but I got a question for y'all. I do. Make sure you hit the like button as you come on up in here. I appreciate it so very much. I got a question, and I already know y'all finna act the fuck up because y'all don't know how to act when y'all outside. Y'all don't know how to act when y'all outside, but that's okay. That's neither here nor there. I'm gonna ask that bitch anyway. Do y'all think, listen, do y'all think Big Perm already knew this conversation that he had involved Annette, Jarvis, and Frank back then? Help me out, y'all. Do y'all think Big Perm already knew this conversation involved Annette, Jarvis, and Frank back then? And lady just got thrown in the mix because she was easy to attach to the story due to her addiction and street life? I'm just asking a question. Don't throw no fucking virtual shoes at me. Because, baby, when I look back at some of those early conversations, I can't help but to wonder, did somebody really know more than what they were saying? Or were they just repeating information they heard without fully understanding what they were hearing? Now, if y'all think Big Perm knew more than what he said, drop some green lights in this bitch. Or y'all think he was just repeating what he heard, drop some stop signs. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Ariane said, roll him up. Why stop by the shop after JB got locked up? You knew he wasn't coming back. Sad, sad work. I see you with the stop sign, sis. I see you with the stop. Absolutely, Janice. Where's the justice for Naziyah? Where is it? PJ said, absolutely, Mocha. I believe he knew. Absolutely, PJ. Absolutely. I believe he knew as well. I do believe. And the thing is, he ran with the conversation. But we're going to get to that part. Big Mama says, Evangelist said, Naziyah was near, not far. So what the hell does he know? And that $7,000 that Jarvis said Frank owed him, and Frank said Jarvis stole money from him? Yes, Lord, Big Mama. Yes, Lord. But we're supposed to let it go. We were supposed to just leave it as such. Natasha says, you notice how Jarvis talked tough on the phone with King about that $7,000, but never mentioned it to Frank when he talked to him because he knew about the 7? Frank knew about the 7. Jarvis tried to make himself seem important in front of King, like King didn't even really know what was going on. And Frank knew King knew all along what was going on. Why do y'all think? Because all before, nobody heard of a Frank, saw a Frank. Frank never made himself known. But the minute Jarvis Butts mentioned them $7,000 to King, boom, within 24 hours, King, a Frank presence is made known. King was working for Frank. King was helping Frank set Jarvis Butts the hell up. Hey, D. Shell, welcome, my love. Happy Kamisha, my girl. Y'all welcome in here and happy Wednesday. Star says, Big Perm said lady owed the rug dealer. Then they gave him 7 bands to move. Now, Sir Drip-a-Lot was owed 7 bands by Big Pimpin'. Girl, sis, connect the dots. It's not looking good. But we go tie all this shit together. I'm Covered says, I think it's time for the church to be investigated. It's a whole bunch that needs to be investigated, sis. That church for sure. Definitely. Absolutely, Kenyetta. We need justice for that baby. We do. We do. Black Goddess says, exactly. Because he got played for the money. He got played for providing services for those PDFL ass ninjas, allegedly. Black Goddess says, that's exactly where I'm at with that. He provided a goddamn service. Let's talk about the service. Not in detail. That could have been provided. Because I go back and I wonder, how is it that certain charges that would incriminate Jarvis Butts into trafficking, hear me and hear me well, I go back and I wonder, How is it that certain charges that could incriminate Jarvis Butts into trafficking, and that would be a hell of another charge, how did that mysteriously disappear as one of his charges? All of this surrounds the $7,000. I don't give a damn. Janice said them $7,000 was to keep his mouth shut. Absolutely. Absolutely, Janice. No cap, Tamala said they definitely wasn't doing that much work at the shop. You could tell. Not if they had that much time to play with children. Pauline, welcome to the chat, my love. Ariane said that 7K just keep running the same block in the same D. Cool Girl Sister says, Mocha, we know the money was out there, but who received it? Nobody. Nobody. It is my belief it was promised to Jarvis Butts for a service rendered. It is my belief it was promised to Jarvis Butts. Annette knows the story, allegedly. Shannon knows the story too. Allegedly. Why do y'all think in that phone call with Frank, the one thing Jarvis Butts said that stuck to me and is still with me? How the hell all this come back on me? That's what the man said. How the hell did all this come back up on me? That's what the hell he said. Khalil said, I told my coworker about your channel. I hope he watched. Thank you, Khalil. Thank you so much, my love. I appreciate you so very much. And I appreciate every share, every like. I appreciate it. We got to get this story out of here. Cynthia Horman says, Mocha, I sure hope they didn't sell that baby. Shut your mouth, Cynthia Horman, and keep on talking. Cynthia Horman. Was $7,000 a partial payment? Let's talk about it. Was it partial? Or that was the number that got Jarvis Butts excited? That's all it took. That's all it took. Because he didn't have to do a whole lot. God damn it. Make it make sense. If it quack like a duck, sound like a duck, move like a duck, call it Jarvis Butts. I am covered said, follow the money. Find the church. I love y'all in here so much. My girl April said, there's something significant about that 7K. And something is telling me it had something to do with someone's tax money. Girl, you think? You think it was tax money? Shit. I believe it was old dirty Arab money. That's just my opinion. Just my opinion. OG Bone, I see you, my love. Happy Wednesday, baby. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And it's all good up in here. Make sure you hit the like button, boo. My girl Kamisha is up in here. My girl said, Mocha, Jarvis ain't took no $7,000 from Freaky Frank. That much we know. Not calling him baby and handsome. Still having conversation with him. But I could see Freaky Frank owing 7. Allegedly. Shut your mouth, Kamisha, and you keep on talking, baby. Look at this. But everybody supposed to be crazy. That part, Kamisha. That part. Carla Henry, welcome, my love. Welcome. Khalil says my co-worker's theory is that Frank owed Jarvis money because he didn't snitch about the ring. Your co-worker is headed in the right direction, Khalil. I do believe that, in my opinion. I believe it had a lot to do with I'm not telling, and it had a lot to do with shut your mouth. You know what happened. You know exactly what took place. You know where she at. But shut your goddamn mouth, because if you open that bitch, that means you implicating me. Callie, hey, my love. Welcome, my love. If you open your mouth, that means you implicating me. That means we gonna have a problem. You know. Kamisha, I'm with you, boo. Absolutely, Kenyetta Howard. Nobody mentioned that child in those jail calls. Nobody. Kamisha said that's why Annette got her demonic ass up there and said, bring her back. Shut your mouth. See? I love y'all. Y'all smart as shit. Look at here. Kamisha says, that's why Annette got her demonic ass up there and said, bring her back. Because she ain't get her cut on the deal. Annette had to be boo bang up. Welcome, my love. Annette was forced by the authorities. Annette reported Naziyah as a runaway. They slept on that runaway report for 30 plus days. When DPD finally gets the information that this child is missing 30 plus days later, I'm sure they didn't know what to do with the information that they had. 30 plus days had done passed, so now they're telling that bitch, if you don't do this press conference. First, it was nice. They invited her to do the press conference. According to Mark D, she declined. She didn't want to do one. Then they threatened her. Mark D said, they told Annette if she didn't do the press conference, they was going to lock her up for withholding information. Now, what decent grandmother / mama would not be jumping for joy because you're given an opportunity to do a press conference and plead for your baby's safe return? That's not the route Annette wanted to go. That hoe went to sleep that night. Shrell, my love, welcome, baby. That hoe went to sleep. So y'all know if she went to sleep the very same night she reported as a runaway, y'all know this motherfucker didn't want to do no press conference. And then when she got up there to do the press conference, these were her words. Because not a tear in sight. That big ass mole sitting on her face looking like a permanent booger. Y'all don't know why y'all took her. Y'all don't even know what's going on. Naziyah might be in danger. Bring her back. Well, bitch, who were you pleading to? Because that wasn't a normal press conference, because you were talking to somebody. You were talking to somebody, and for 2 years, we've been wanting to know who exactly were you talking to, ma'am. That's what we wanted to know. And it's funny. You didn't want to do the press conference because Big Perm hadn't already leaked the $7,000. So who were you talking to? Who? Who? Kenyetta Marie, my girl. See, y'all hold no punches in here, and I love that because everybody got a mind of their own. Everybody has a mind of their own, and I love that for us. I love that for us. It don't take much. And I love the fact I make sure you're double tapping those emojis to the right for your girl. Kenyetta Marie says 7K is a fee, a trafficking one. Kenyetta Marie, those are my thoughts. Cynthia Harmon said, I think Frank, and that's just my opinion, she says. Everybody has an opinion. She says, I think he got Naziyah. And that $7,000 is connected to her. That's my gut feeling. Cynthia Harmon, you know what's strange about that? Everybody can't be feeling the same thing. Cornell said, I rode past Annette's house the other day and saw that tan van. Damn, Cornell. Cornell, not the wig. Not the wig. Not the spin mop wig, huh? Kenyetta Howard said, it roll him up, old Jarvis 7K. Jarvis never asked him when they was on the phone. Absolutely. Jarvis ain't never mentioned $7,000 to that man on the phone. And it was probably a reason why he never mentioned it. Because he didn't owe Frank shit. He didn't know Frank shit, but Frank knew he owed Jarvis 7K. But we're going to get deeper into this. Angel Faith said, why hasn't they said anything? Why? Cool Girl Sister says, MOCA, he was telling it when he came live. Y'all crazy. Yeah, he owed Sir Dripalot $7,000 for the merch. Sure did. Angel said, no, what I mean is, why hasn't lady said anything? Why, lady? Why? Listen, being on rugs is a hell of a thing. And I'm going to tell you why she may have not come forward and said anything. And this is just my opinion. And if y'all feel like MOCA's reaching, y'all please bring her back. I believe because of her addiction and what she may know and what she may not know, I believe they kept giving her $10 here, $10 there, feeding the crumbs to keep her in her addiction. I believe that family did what they could do, immediate and extended, because everybody played a hand in this. They did what they did to keep her unaware and to keep her from talking. I do believe that. Ariane says, MOCA, what if JB dropped her off at that motel just for roll 'em up? That's why the 7K popped up. Ariane, why is it that the motel, all of a sudden the cameras don't work? Why is it that they have video of him going in and not coming out? Ariane, we got to make this make sense. So who's lying and who's covering things up? So you mean to tell me that motel is a real roach motel? They check in and they don't check out? So that's the Red Motel. Bitch, you check. I'm going to set the trap, motherfucker. You go check in, but you ain't checking out this bitch. So where did Naziyah go if she went in there? Where did Jarvis go if he went in there? Because clearly nobody's seen him come out. What did he do? Drill a hole in the floor? It's not making sense. It's not making sense. But Ariane, let's not forget. Let's not forget the words of the family. It was said by Roxy, and I repeat, Shannon, listen to this shit. Shannon and Jarvis was taking Naziyah to the motel to turn tricks. Those were Roxy words. How many of y'all remember hearing Roxy say that? How many of y'all remember hearing her say that? Because I don't want to be in here and being the only one that heard XYZ. And then let's keep playing with this hotel. Let's keep playing with this same hotel. Because somehow, Roll 'em Up name keeps being thrown in the mix. And if I remember, see, we got to do what we got to do to get justice for this child. And everybody who's involved. Thank you, PJ. PJ said, I remember, MOCA. Deborah says, I remember too. Thank y'all so very much. Now that's what Roxy said. Then we got Jarvis' daughter, the one that pops in and out the chat every once in a while. Right? She pops in chats every once in a while. She was telling us about the relationship or the non-existent relationship with Jarvis and her mother. She also made a comment that Roll 'em Up at that same motel, Roll 'em Up supposedly, allegedly, was holding her mama against her will. So if he's such a businessman and have so much going on, why is he associated with the motel? And why every time the motel is mentioned, his name keeps coming up in shit? I'm just asking questions. I don't know none of this to be factual. So we're just asking questions. That's all. We're just asking questions. Khalil said, lady too far gone on them rugs. Absolutely she is. Absolutely she is. Black Goddess says he hasn't lived there in years. He only talked to them, I believe. He was repeating what he heard. Right. He didn't live there. Big Perm definitely didn't live there, sis. And you're right. He sat there and he repeated everything he heard. I'm Covered said he knew that and some more. Absolutely. Kamisha said Big Stank knew. He still knows. Shame on you calling your God, not Big Stank. Shame on you calling yourself an evangelist. Absolutely, Kenyetta Marie. She said her mother was still under Jarvis' spell. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Janice Webb said they all was in the same game together. D. Shell, welcome, my love. Hey, beautiful. Khalil says, did you hear how Frank was all handsome, this and that? Khalil, that bothered me. That bothered me, Khalil. And then you got people wanting to argue with me on the replay. MOCA, learn the language. That's what he told me. Stop putting things on that man because that's how Detroiters talk. And I'm like, what you say? What you say? You can't make me believe no straight man is going to call another man handsome. You cannot make me believe a straight man is going to call another man baby. You cannot make me believe that shit. You just cannot. So I don't give a damn what you're talking about. Cool Girl Sister says, Mocha, didn't Jarvis tell one of those women about the money he was looking for? He said he was owed some money. Pauline says, we still don't have any concrete proof that Naziyah is really alive. And where is her jacket? Pauline, girl, girl. You better say that. And Pauline, you know what? We're on the same page, my love. Right? We're on the same page, Pauline. Because I'm with you. Where's the proof? Because if that was, listen, and this is just me throwing it out there. If there was concrete proof that this child is no longer here, why the hell has Annette not memorialized her? Why is there no celebration, no funeral, no nothing? Bitch, you can memorialize her without a body. But we can't, because that would be falsifying shit. We can't, because then it would be considered fraud. We can't, because we know the truth. Tell the truth and shame the goddamn devil. Kalia says, why that guy Project saying Frank cannot be mentioned because he's suing for defamation? I have no idea. I don't know. Defamation. It ain't defamation if you're repeating the things that he put out here. It ain't defamation if we're repeating and having commentary on their conversations. JJ said, Mocha, is your content still up about the church? Yes, ma'am. All of it, JJ. I never removed the video. It's all still up there. Yes, ma'am, JJ. It is definitely there, sis. PJ said, Mocha, big rusty, dusty, stinky looking big perm try to claim lady. In my opinion, those Harris demons sent Big Perm out trying to frame lady. Absolutely. PJ, from the very beginning, that would, see, they didn't think this would get this far, right? They didn't think this would go this far. So in the very beginning, for those of you that followed this from the very beginning, Jarvis was not the target. I want you all to understand this. They tried to frame lady in all of it. They did. Why pass Naziyah's phone off to lady? Why make up the story about drug dealers leaving from Ohio, going to Detroit looking for lady? But then again, because this shit started getting real interesting. Because one thing I've never been able to get out my head is, if Big Perm was so wrong, listen, if Big Perm was so wrong in everything that he said, right? Like I said, there were some truths in his lies. Shell, baby, welcome, my love. Happy Wednesday, beautiful. If Big Perm was completely wrong in everything that he said, why did the Harris Gamble clan start getting itchy scratchy? Why would the Harris Gamble clan start getting nervous and all of a sudden they were so damn interested in shutting him up? Because back in 2024, Big Perm was discussing them $7,000. Now, whether you agree with him or not, whether you believed him or not, whether you thought he was talking in circles or not, he was talking, baby. And the reaction that followed was strong as fuck. I mean, real strong. Because from what we saw, Annette, Shannon, Marquita, and even the extended Harris Gamble clan, baby, they started threatening Big Perm. They started putting pressure on Big Perm. They made many attempts to silence him. They was telling him to stop talking. And that's the part I can't get past. Because if somebody's talking nonsense, most people ignore them. I ain't fighting nobody if I know they lying. Yeah, no. He talking out the side of his neck. We know he's slow. Let him go. Let him have it. If somebody's completely wrong, most people laugh and move on from that shit. And if somebody like Big Perm didn't know what they were talking about, most people don't even pay him no attention, but they gave him all the energy. That's what I want to know. Why was it so important for Big Perm to stop talking? Why was it so important for him to back the fuck down? Why was it so important for them to shut him up? Because that bothered me. Now here's where my mind goes, y'all. And y'all tell MOCA if she's tripping or not. Was Big Perm talking too much? Was he exposing too much, getting too close to something that he knew already? Did he know more than people really realize? Huh? Because those are really two different things. Now, another question. Was Annette and Shannon afraid that something would be said that would put the spotlight on them? Because let's be honest, Big Perm started discussing $7,000. Big Perm said Naziyah was so close, yet so far. Big Perm started mentioning people. Then Annette, Shannon, Marquita, and the rest of the Harris Gamble clan got nervous. We don't know exactly what happened, but this porch is wide open for questions, and all we doing is asking questions and trying to make sense of this shit. Now here's the one that really been bothering me from the very beginning. What if Big Perm, listen, what if Big Perm wasn't talking about Lady at all? What if Lady was simply the easiest person to attach to this story? Let's be honest. Lady was battling addictions. Lady had a reputation in the streets, y'all. Lady was easy for people to point the finger at. Easy for people to blame. Easy for people to connect things to because of a past. Excuse me, because of a history. So was Lady truly part of the conversation? Or was she simply the person everybody assumed fit the goddamn conversation? And here's where shit got messy. I believe Big Perm already knew the names. What if he already knew that there was a connection between Annette, Jarvis, Frank, and this mysterious $7,000? What if he knew it but couldn't say it? What if he knew it but kept speaking in codes? What if he knew it but was afraid to directly say it? I'm just asking questions, y'all, because one thing we know for sure, he wasn't exactly the most stable storyteller in the world. Yeah, cause you see, and Naziyah and her brother, I got a life insurance policy on them. I adopted them. I would buy them any and everything. Yeah, 'cause I had I was in a relationship with Florentino for many, many years. And mama knew this. I would pay mama money to be with Florentino. And Florentino's sitting his ass in that picture looking like he 9. So Big Perm was talking too much. Everything Big Perm said came with a riddle. Every explanation, he dropped another clue without knowing he was dropping clue. And his goddamn conversations felt like a scavenger hunt. Yeah, 'cause mama knew. Mama knew. Because I would have Naziyah and her brother, Tabar. They would sleep over at my house many nights. But why? Why would they sleep at your goddamn house, Big Perm? And that's what Annette didn't want to come out. And looking at this shit, looking back now, I can't help but to wonder, were those blues clues leading somewhere? Or were they leading nowhere at all? Because at the end of the day, this shit ain't about Big Perm. It ain't about Lady. It's about one simple question. Why the fuck did you guys work overtime, Annette, Shannon, Kenyetta Harris, Gamble Clan? Why did y'all work overtime and put in so much energy and effort to shut him up? Because if he was wrong, why not let him keep talking? And if he wasn't wrong, well, maybe that's why y'all wanted him fucking quiet. Maybe that's why y'all wanted him quiet. Cornell said the evangelist knows so much more. JJ says like 7,000, ain't even that much. And it's crazy. JJ girl, huh? Cornell said that's exactly what that money was for. They were selling them girls. Cornell, it makes you wonder, right? Because why did that charge disappear off of Jarvis's record? Nobody's talking about that. Nobody's asking that question. How the hell does $7,000 get mentioned in 2024? And here we are in 2026, them same goddamn $7,000 come back up. And then the charges on Jarvis' record disappear. Drag Racing says Big Perm knew Jarvis. And he knew he found out about Frank through Annette. Hello? Big Perm knew a lot, Drag Racing. He knew. Linda said it was all the above. They are all slow, absolutely. No Cap said it happened to the evangelist. We haven't heard what happened to the evangelist. We haven't heard from him. Did they silence him, shut him the fuck up? They shut him up, and now he's on Facebook playing like he's a deacon. Janet says, I'm so sick of the bullshit. Nobody's really trying to find out where she is. Ariane said, in my opinion, I believe Roll 'em Up knows where she is. Cornell said, I keep telling y'all, don't sleep on Frank. Cornell said, MOCA? Oh, damn, Cornell. Cornell said, MOCA, why they didn't just take Naziyah to the AB clinic? Annette would have gave her parental consent. They could have had Naziyah lie about the father, and she would be here. That wasn't a plan, though. Regardless of what story they put out here, we knew they could have fixed it. We knew they could have fixed it, but that wasn't a plan. Don't be lying talking about Jarvis Butts did what he did because she was pregnant with his baby. She wasn't the only minor child that was pregnant by this clown. Welcome back, 504. Welcome back, sis. Kenyetta Harris said, in my opinion, I feel like they should have locked her up anyway, just because they threatened her for not doing a press conference. That part. Why did why did the city of Detroit give this lady so much grace and still giving her grace? This bitch ain't shed a tear from the time since the time she reported this child as a runaway up until now. PJ said, Moki, in my opinion, they're not only afraid of Annette, they're also afraid of roll them up. Hell to that. PJ, let's talk about it. Yes, I agree. PJ said, not only are they afraid of Annette, they're all afraid of roll them up too, in my opinion. I'm still waiting on them to come out with the plan they were working on for over 6 months or more. Hey, sunshine, we're praying. Girl, see, we just can't take life for granted. You're fine 1 minute, the next minute you ain't. Says, go take care of your people. Go take care of your people. Says, we love you and we are praying for you. And who, Jesus, is always something. Oh my God. We're praying for you, sis. Praying for your aunt as well. Jesus Christ. It's always something. Always something. Go take care of family, girl. Go take care of family. Linda said, regardless of it all, they all have blood on their hands. Absolutely. You hear me? I'm his wife. My girl said, Mocha, I'm not sure if you heard about this little girl on the internet that oh Lord, Nova Wova. That's Nova Wova. Nova Wova said, girl, Nova said Naziyah is still alive. Girl, Nova is a mess. Nova is that now. You talking about a mess? That's a mess. Yolanda, welcome, my love. But Nova's in them streets. Nova's in them streets. And who knows what Nova may have or may have not seen. Kenyetta Harris says, Lady Birth Naziyah, I don't understand why she stand back and do nothing for justice for her daughter. I don't care if I go up against Annette, that part. But I think it's bigger than Annette, Kenyetta. I think it's bigger than Annette. I do. Annette adopted her. But there was a higher power over Annette. And Annette hungry for $1. Annette lives in the casino. Annette got issues. Something is telling me this is deeper and darker than Annette Harris. Oh, yes, Lord. Ariane said, roll him up. Do you have any money involved in that motel business? Because we know you are everywhere. Angel Faith says, Mocha, you're right. I sure did hear, because Frog Eyes had something to say about it. Absolutely. Kamisha said Annette laid that stiff-ass wig on the foot of her bed, did that press conference when she realized she wasn't getting paid. That's why she wanted her back. The highest bidder. Even if this ain't what it is, this is what the fuck is seeming like it is. That's the road this shit done took. That's the road it done took. And his wife said the people from that hotel needs to be questioned or open their mouth about what happened to that baby for real. Kamisha, they go get to that goddamn hotel. Let me tell you about those people there. You approach those people right there with the law. Guess what? The one that's on duty go say, me not speak no English. Me no understand. Me not understand. That's what he go say. So then when the law enforcement is gonna leave that bitch and go get a translator, right? Saying they're gonna return with a translator, guess what then happened? Then called up an uncle, brother, cousin. They calling the big man, telling the big man what done happened. And within a matter of minutes, they done got the one that was over the ship clean up out of this bitch and then flew him out of here. Now they got a whole different set sitting at the front desk. And every time somebody comes to ask question, me not understand. Me don't understand. And they just, see, they play it in their face because they don't want to get involved. They don't want to get caught up. They don't want to answer questions. So they keep rotating their people. But the end, America running a fucking muck. And we supposed to be okay with that? Deborah said, this is why Annette said she was in financial stress since baby girl was gone. Abso-goddamn-lutely. Cornell said, Mocha, why didn't just take Naziyah? Okay, I read that one already. Kenyetta Marie said, she also said her mother was still under Jarvis' spell. Oh, that's what she said, Kenyetta Marie. She was being held hostage by Roll 'em Up. And her mama was still under Jarvis' spell. PJ said, Mocha, in my opinion, Roll 'em Up has connections with the auto shop, gas station, and hotels. Bingo, PJ. Bingo. We've been saying that from the very beginning. Carla Henry said, straight men don't talk no shit like that. I would think not. I would think the hell not. CM King says, I really agree with you, Mocha. They do a lot of shit in Detroit that they don't realize it's off. Two men speaking like that, oh, hell to the no. Oh, hell to the no. Now I'm getting ready to start some shit, right? Because I need y'all, I need to know where y'all standing on this, right? Because y'all know I'm still talking about the shit that Big Perm. So if Big Perm was completely wrong, if he didn't know nothing, if he was just talking, I still wrestle with why they want to shut him the fuck up. That's the part I can't get past. So let's take a vote on this porch. Let's take a vote on this porch. If y'all think Big Perm knew more than what he said, flood this bitch with some fire. I'm taking a pause to take a poll. I want to see where y'all at with this one. If y'all believe Big Perm knew more than he said, drop some fire. I see the fire. I see the fire. Okay, y'all agreeing that he knew more than he said. Hey, Miss Gemini, welcome, my love. Now, we gonna go down just a little bit further. I see the fire. Ooh, light it up, light it up. Now, if y'all believe Big Perm only had pieces of the story, drop some puzzle pieces. I want to, hey, Leanne, welcome, baby. I want to see where y'all at. I want to see where y'all at if y'all believe Big Perm only had pieces of the story. If y'all believe it was only pieces to the story, drop some puzzle pieces up in here. I'll wait. Your girl wants to know. I see the puzzle pieces. Oh, I see them. I see them. We getting somewhere. We getting somewhere. Now, if y'all feel that they did not want him talking, drop the zipper mouth in the chat. Because all of this shit is what it is. They didn't want him talking. If y'all believe they just didn't want him talking. Kenyetta Marie said, Big Perm know the whole story. Well, yeah, because I was there, me and Florentino and Mama and you know, Mama knew a lot because I had to ask Mama, shut your ass down. I see the zipper mouth, boy, y'all on the road. Now, we ain't got but one more because I want to know where y'all at because I want y'all to light this bitch up. If y'all believe Lady was used as a distraction in the story that was told, drop some eyes. We want the eyes up in here. If y'all believe Lady using her name, throwing her under the bus, if y'all feel she was being used as a distraction, let me see y'all looking at me up in here. Because Big Perm told the story so well. PJ got them eyes up in here, baby. I see him, Natasha. I see him, Carla Henry. See, we all can't be crazy. I see you, April, Ariane. See him. I see y'all. I see y'all. We all can't be crazy. See, my brain started malfunctioning at some point. When Big Perm said Naziyah was so close yet so far. He said they were looking in all the wrong places. Then he started talking about Lady and how much money she owed to these supposedly drug dealers. Now I want y'all to follow me along. Because I'm trying, y'all. I'm really trying. He said Lady owed money. And if I need y'all help me with the story. Lady owed money. The drug dealers supposedly couldn't find Lady. So according to the story that he told, the drug dealers contacted Annette and Shannon. And they supposedly told them, if we can't find Lady, we're going to take what she loved the most, which was supposedly Naziyah. What? Now wait, God damn it, wait a goddamn minute. He didn't make that up. Because now I need y'all to walk me through this motherfucker like I'm 5 years old. Because the last time I checked, Lady wasn't even living with Annette. Lady wasn't even in Detroit. And from everything we understood, Lady wasn't even getting along with them bastards. She wasn't sitting at no goddamn dinner table singing Kumbaya with them hoes. So my question is this. How? How did these mysterious drug dealers in this story supposedly know to contact Annette? How did they know who the hell Annette was? How did they know where Naziyah was? How did they even know Naziyah existed if they wasn't in and out of Annette's house? How did they know Naziyah was in the custody of Annette? How the fuck did they know anything? Because baby, that was a lot of information for some people who supposedly was just trying to collect a goddamn debt. You hear me? Miss Jackson, hey, my love. Demetra Ross, welcome. That's a lot of information for somebody who supposedly was just trying to collect a debt. Yakia, welcome, my beautiful. And another thing, by this time, y'all, Naziyah wasn't even legally a lady's child no more. Annette had already adopted her. So if this story is true, right? If this story is really true, how are these people connecting all of these dots? Because God damn it, they connect them so-say rug dealers. They connected those dots better than Ancestry.com. Oh, yes, they did. Because if I'm understanding this shit correctly, now they done shifted and the entire focus then became lady. Lady this and lady that and lady this. Everything circled back to her, pointed back to her and started with her. But listen, while everybody was looking at Ohio, what was happening in Detroit? While everybody, and that was the plan. That was the plan. Annette and Shannon wanted folks going way in Ohio searching. They didn't want nobody looking in Detroit. While everybody was looking for mysterious rug dealers. What was happening inside Annette's circle, y'all? That's how Big Perm knew about them $7,000, because that circle was circling. While everybody looking at lady, Annette, Shannon, we want to know what was happening around them. We want to know what was happening around Jarvis and Frank, all on Bedford. Because, baby, I'm just asking a question. I'm just asking a goddamn question. So now let me stir the pot for a second, right? What if this entire Big Perm storyline was designed to send everybody running in the opposite direction? What if everybody became so focused on that outlandish debt story that nobody stopped to ask about the people right there in Annette's house, in her circle? What if the attention was being pulled away from the very place everybody should have been looking? Because, baby, the more mochas sit with it, the more I struggle with the mechanics of that raggedy ass story. Not because what he said was impossible, but because I still got questions. A whole lot of fucking questions. And every time I ask one question, 15 more show up. Because y'all know this porch. The more attention these conversations start getting, the more exposures these conversations start getting, the more family members start appearing. Maybe that's a coincidence. Maybe it ain't. We just talking. But baby, the minute we talking about $7,000, somebody show up. A distraction shows up. And before you know it, people done forgot why they was talking about them $7,000 in the first place. And that's why I keep dragging my black ass back to the same damn question. Not because I got the answer, because I don't. Not because I'm claiming to know the answer, because I don't. But because I still don't understand the fucking story. And Naziyah is still not here. And as long as she's not here, we're going to have questions. Kenyetta Marie said Jarvis was cold towards Frank, as if he did owe him something. And Frank was running his sentences, praying Jarvis didn't bring it up, not knowing at the time he'd already said it on the jail calls. Ain't that some shit? But they want us to pretend that this shit don't matter. They want us to pretend that shit don't matter. Black Goddess said, oh girl, they told Big Perm, they definitely told him to shut the fuck up and cut him off. He went silent for months. And silent, yeah. Because you see, God said, and God has led me to believe You see, if mama would just turn her life to God, and if mama would just be fair and just tell the truth, that I'm not trying to hurt mama. I'm just out here for some answers. Stop it. Absolutely drag racing. They were completely against anybody doing a memorial for this baby. And why is that? Victoria says DPD needs to start gathering a grand jury. Put that pressure on all of them. Everyone knows a piece of the puzzle. Victoria, if DPD didn't do it when they had an opportunity, damn sure ain't going to do it now. Black Goddess says he knew about the past of what he saw while he dated Fruit Loop, because Shannon ran her mouth to him about everything else. In my opinion, Big Perm knew a lot. Big Perm was in Annette's house an awful lot. I think he was even in Annette's house even when him and Florentino no longer dated. Hey, Peaches, welcome, my love, and thank you for always supporting the channel, baby. Child, Big Perm did a lot of talking. Kamisha said, but Mocha, he kept saying, y'all got to listen to what I'm saying. I'm telling you. Y'all not listening. So yeah, he knew everything. Hell yeah, I believe he knew. He knew. He probably sounded like a goddamn Fruit Loop when he was saying it, but he knew. There was a lot of truth in the shit that he was saying. You can't just pick and choose what you want to hear. You got to listen to it all. He didn't lie. He probably stretched the motherfucker a little bit, but he said what he said. He said what he said. Star says, I don't know why they thought we were going to believe Naziyah just disappeared without a trace. But that's what they wanted the world to believe. That's what they wanted us all to believe. Shell Baby said, there is no death certificate. No one viewed the body. I'm confused on why these things have not happened. Shell Baby. It's a dirty, dirty game being played in this nasty, nasty world. In the dirty, dirty D, baby. Uh-huh. This is sad. This is sad. Ariane said, Mocha, one thing for sure. Jarvis knew them streets like the back of his hand. Absolutely. 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 No Cap says, I'm from Detroit, and no man I know talk like that to another man. Hello. Thank you very much, boo. Because I know we wasn't crazy. I mean, nobody in America should be talking like that. Sai ATV, welcome, boo. Welcome. Greg Henderson, welcome, my love. Greg said he was speaking in code. He was speaking in something. He was speaking in something. Now, y'all know we finna cut up. Because I need y'all. Y'all know I'm slow. Like Jarvis women. I need y'all to help me with this lady bullshit. Because if lady was living in Ohio, Naziyah in Michigan, Annette had already legally adopted Naziyah. How the hell are these supposedly rug dealers connecting all these people together? Because at this point, they're sounding less like rug dealers and more like investigators. So again, y'all think if that story never made sense to you, right? Hey, Mariah, welcome, my love. Hold up, y'all. If that story never made sense to you about the rug dealers, if that story never made sense, drop a one in the chat. If that story never made sense, drop a one in the chat. Rug dealers from Ohio. It never made sense. If y'all think, listen, if y'all think what Big Perm said was true, listen, I told y'all Big Perm, there was some truth in his lies now. If y'all think when Big Perm said, she's so close, yet so far, y'all are looking in all the wrong places. If y'all agreed with him when he said what he said, drop some eyes in the chat. Katrina Taylor, welcome, my love. If y'all think when he said she's close yet so far, and y'all is looking in all the wrong places, I see the eyes. There was some truth in that shit. I believe it. I believe it. Now I really need y'all to sound the alarms right here. If y'all think from the very beginning that Annette and her little circle was trying to control the narrative, sound the alarm in this bitch. Let me see the sirens, because that's what should have picked that bitch up from day one. Sound the alarms. It's emergency, operator. It's an emergency. And MOCA ain't finished with her shenanigans. Because if I'm going to throw a net in the equation, if I'm going to show Big Perm in the equation, if I'm going to put Frank in the equation and Jarvis, I'm going to throw MOCA ass in the equation too. Look at y'all ready to lock in that ass up. All the sirens is in the chat. And if y'all think MOCA sitting up black ass up here and I'm completely off my rocker tonight, drop some laughing emojis in this motherfucker, but y'all better tell me why. Tell me why. Because the more I hear this story, the more questions I got. The more questions I got. Shit. They make you spin a block. They make you come back. They just keep making you do shit with this story. Now we want to know what the damn $7,000 for. I don't need y'all writing no damn emails, calling attorneys, reporting the stream. I'm just asking a damn question because that's what we do over here. We ask questions. We act, goddamn, y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit. Cornell said you up your rocker because you got a mop wig like Annette. Loud. Cornell, I would never come the fuck outside. Now, let's talk about these $7,000 because them $7,000 did not just magically appear. Right? Was that $7,000 a down payment? Was it a thank you payment? Was it a good looking out payment? Was it a you done a good job, baby? Was it a you done a good job, baby payment? Or was it a keep your mouth closed payment? Or was it something completely different? Because baby, I don't know. I don't, because let me tell you, if MOCA don't believe for 1 second that this $7,000 is the end of the story. MOCA don't believe this $7,000 is the end of the story. Because if anything, in MOCA's opinion, I believe this $7,000 is the beginning of the goddamn story. Because let's think about it. For years, we've been hearing about $7,000. People discuss the $7,000, argued about the $7,000, and yet nothing really moved. No explosions, no panics. Nobody really reacted. It was no big chaos. Everybody just kept it pushing, but we watched the $7,000. But the minute Jarvis Butts got on that jail call and said Frank owed him $7,000, ooh, child. The fact that Jarvis said Frank owed him $7,000, that reaction, those spoken words, that meant a lot to MOCA. Everything became uncomfortable in that moment. Everything. We didn't hear from Frank prior to that. We didn't hear from Frank prior to that. And then the minute $7,000 was mentioned, here comes Frank. Now, I ain't saying them $7,000 prove anything. No, I ain't saying that shit. Am I saying that it explains everything? Fuck no, I'm not saying that either. Am I saying I know exactly what happened? Absolutely not. But I am saying this. For a number that supposedly means nothing to some, it sure has caused a whole lot of conversation. A number that supposedly ain't important to others, it made a whole lot of motherfuckers uncomfortable. And it sure has managed to survive 2 long years of discussion. Now, maybe it's a coincidence. Maybe it ain't. But fucking with a motherfucker like me, I'll never see it as a coincidence. There's a story behind them $7,000. There's a story. Syed says Annette and Shannon need to be in jail, period, for child neglect. Because he was with Marquita first, then move on to Shannon to stay around them children. That's the nastiest thing I've ever witnessed. And they have no shame. Because one thing, thank you, Syed, for supporting the channel, baby. One thing I'd have never done. I'd have never brought my black ass out here and said he was with my sister first. Then Marquita, big dumb ass with them 2 tight pants on and that flat fucking head to the back. I don't like light-skinned men. Well, bitch, you saw he was light-skinned before you laid down with him. And now that's your story? You don't like light-skinned men. So what you mean to tell me, prior to laying down with him, you had on blindfold, bitch? But hold up, let me take you a step further, Marquita. Oh, you decided you didn't like light-skinned men after you got pregnant by Jarvis Butts. Tell the truth and shame the devil, you nasty bitches. Because you got pregnant by Jarvis Butts. Then all of a sudden you don't like light-skinned men. Y'all sad. And then allegedly, not only did he lay up with Marquita, allegedly, he had Annette hemmed up in that room in the name of painting, busting her walls out. Now, Marquita man said that. See, I couldn't say that because I wasn't in Annette house to know that shit. Cynthia Holman, thank you so much for the gift, baby. We appreciate it. These people are sick, Syed. These people are sick. Natasha said, where are the rest of the money at? Because that number makes no sense. Somebody else. Hello, Natasha. That's why I say. Look at that goddamn performance Annette did during Jarvis Butts' sentencing. Did that make sense? Did it look normal for a grandmother who supposedly don't know where a granddaughter is? Somebody that's been missing for 2 years? That performance was part of the circus. Tell me, listen, I need y'all to name the circus actors. I need y'all to name the circus performers that performed in Wayne County in the courtroom the day Jarvis Butts got sentenced. When y'all put all the performers, when y'all put the circus act together, when y'all name all the performers, then y'all got y'all answer to them $7,000 and who all the fuck was involved. Because think about it. Everybody else was there for answers. Everybody else was there for justice. And look at the motherfuckers who put on a show. Look at them that put on a show. Annette got her ragged ass up there with that crumbled up ass paper dated back in August of years ago. That was a show. Marcus get his ass up there, her ass up there with the impact statement with them 2 goddamn small clothes on, cutting all our goddamn wind, can't breathe, and all this motherfucker can say is, I hate you, Jarvis. I hate you. Bitch, you had to find an extra win to say that. Then you got Shannon behind the courtroom causing a disturbance that wasn't even warranted. Why y'all think she did that? Then you got Roller. Because I don't like the motherfucker me. He did me dirty. He stole from me. I got something for his ass. I don't mind. I already got one body on my sleeve. What? What? Then you got Jarvis Butts sitting his stupid ass there looking like a deer in fucking headlights because he knew what was coming. So now, y'all saw how Soul Circus operated? That's the same Soul Circus that opened up the big tent when it came to Naziyah and the rest of those children. So $7,000, that was just a tip of the iceberg. Just a tip. Greg says, I might be wrong, but I think Baby Huey left some clues in his videos. Absolutely, Greg. Absolutely, baby. God, not Baby Huey. Hold up. Ooh, Jesus. Greg calls Big Perm Baby Huey. God damn. Woo, child. Woo, yeah. Not Baby Huey, but you're right. Baby Huey dropped some blues clues, baby. No Cap said it was a down payment. Ariane said 7K was rotating all around them streets in the D. Absolutely. Y'all funny as shit. Drag Racing said, Mocha, remember Big Perm said that said lady was living with him? You know how your Big Perm had some stories. 7K for a trade-off. Niece, that's what he said. Jarvis was supposed to be painting, but he was busting the malls. He was busting the malls. Lady Redbird said she was too busy worried about the YouTube people, what they were saying about her, then worrying about her granddaughter. Y'all know that family have mental illness. They got some, that's them demons whipping their ass. They got some shit going on. Cornell said that circus act was fake behind that wig. Katrina said Barnum and Bailey. Syed says Shannon was supposed to be there for her daughter, and she failed her again. At that moment, that's what don't add up to me. In that moment, That child had to face the monster. And this bitch created a whole kerfuffle. A whole kerfuffle. Shannon, your deep-eyed, flat-head ass ain't shit. Your own child, ma'am? You don't deserve to even go eat McDonald's. They need to ban you and Annette from McDonald's, and Marquita too. Y'all don't need to be nowhere that got children. Children go with their parents in Walmart. Y'all bitches should be banned from Walmart too. They need to have a monitor on y'all. Anytime y'all come in eyesight of children, that bitch need to beep. And something just need to reach down from the heavens and slap the piss out of y'all. Who does that? Yeah, absolutely, Ariana in court, they knew Jarvis had to put that shit together. They knew. Cynthia Herman said Shannon didn't want to face Jarvis because she still loved him. Nah, I believe she didn't want to face Jarvis because she knew that they had got with roll him up. And it was time to send him up the river because they didn't want him talking. They didn't want the bitch talking. Sis, a whole soulless circus act. Sai said Jarvis and the Jarvette circus. Oh, Lord. Yes, Lord. Y'all crazy. Katrina says, Mocha, can I call my friend so she can come up? Not today. Not today. Today, I'm going to let you know when. Today we doing, we got to get this shit here out of the way. Hey, Lisa, welcome, baby. Happy Wednesday, my love. Because I don't know, y'all. I just don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I done sat with this shit too long. I don't know. Again, like I said, I don't think this $7,000 is the end of the story. I just don't think it's the end. It's weird to me. It's weird. And y'all ain't gonna fuck with me. Because every time somebody say, Mocha, don't open that door right there. Ooh, girl. Mocha, don't look over there. Mocha, don't ask that question. Don't ask this question. Mocha, leave that alone. Don't y'all know who y'all fucking with? That's the first damn place I'm looking. Because if this $7,000 means absolutely nothing, then tell me why the hell are we still talking about it? Why? And if it means something, we go figure that out too. We go figure that out too. Now, I'm about to fuck with y'all again. Because it's that type of night that Mocha's having. And I don't need y'all to think, look at my girl LaConga. Hey, boo. Hope all is well. Hope all is well, mama. I don't need y'all thinking too hard nor too long on this one. I want you to go with your gut. I want you to go with your gut. Because I know in here y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all cuts up unnecessarily. But it's a good cut up and I love it. When y'all keep hearing about that mysterious $7,000, what's the first thing that come to your mind? Don't drop all the answers at once. If y'all think them $7,000 was for hush money, zip the lips for me. Let me see some zip lips. Wait, I got to give y'all options. If y'all think it was a business deal, give me some dollar signs. If y'all think them $7,000 was a reward Well done, baby. Well done. You so fucking handsome. Well done. If y'all think them $7,000 was a payment, y'all know drop the money in your bag. And if y'all think them $7,000 is the beginning of something much bigger, guess y'all gonna say, Mocha, I can't keep up with what the fuck you saying, girl. Y'all, I'm typing, y'all. I'm typing. So I could put that in the chat for y'all. Let me tell y'all. Y'all will get sick of me with this shit. Because I'm with the shits tonight. I want to see what the fuck y'all think. Look at y'all. Look at y'all. Look at y'all. Money, money, money. Hey, Queen Bee, welcome, my love. Welcome. Because one thing about it, y'all been chewing the piss out of these $7,000 for 2 years. 2 years. You ask Mocha? Them $7,000 represent everything that it ain't supposed to represent. And none of it ain't got a goddamn thing to do with the truth or justice for this child. These people is lying and hiding shit. So, it started getting weird. Real weird. Because after Jarvis had that conversation with King, I still ask the question, why do y'all think King turned around and let Frank know that Jarvis said he wanted his goddamn money? Because Jarvis did tell King, it's up and it's stuck. Jarvis thought King was his people. Jarvis thought King was his buddy, his road dog. What up, fool? That's who he thought that was. But somehow, that conversation Jarvis had didn't stay between Jarvis and King. It went on to Frank, and that's when shit really started getting interesting. That's when shit really started getting interesting. Because in the beginning of this shit, Frank was so quiet, you would have thought he wanted no connection whatsoever to Jarvis Butts. No relationship, friendship, associationship, situationship, shit, nothing. But the minute that $7,000 conversation started circulating, the minute King relayed the message, the minute that debt got mentioned, baby Frank came out of nowhere. And that shit was strange as fuck. The first thing we see, Frank showed up at sentencing. And then he said what he said in that recorded conversation. Jarvis stole from me. I don't like it. I want to do something to him. And I don't mind because I already got a body on my sleeve. Well, bitch. Them was some kind of strong words. Then Jarvis gets sentenced. Shortly after that, the world is told Jarvis supposedly took his own damn life. Now, I ain't sitting up here making no claim speculation. Baby, I'm talking what I saw. That's it and that's all. I ain't the only one noticed that. Then here he come again. Oh, he hitting platforms. He doing interviews. He making appearances. Now he telling people I don't like Jarvis. He stole from me. And you see, when I read that message about what he said to that little girl, oh, I can't no. He said we didn't communicate. I fired him. Okay, cool, bitch. That's your story? Okay, cool. I get it. But ta-da, bitch. The Wayne County jail calls got dropped. And baby, that's where all the wheels started wiggling and wobbling. Because now the public gets to hear something completely different. Now Frank and Jarvis is on the phone. Multiple times. Not once, not twice, multiple conversations. And when you hear them conversations, you hear Frank saying, I know you didn't do this. I got your back. I believe you, baby. When you get out, I got a job for you. I'll even put in a good word to the judge. I'll let them know you have employment waiting when you get out. I'm listening to that shit like, hold up, MOCA. Wait, what the fuck you say wait? Because that ain't what you said. All what you telling this man on his phone, that don't sound like somebody you hate. That don't sound like somebody that done stole from you and you don't give a fuck about him. That don't sound like somebody you don't communicate with, because you told us you only talked to him once. And that don't sound like somebody you fired and didn't want to have shit to do with it. That sounded like a completely different relationship. Yeah, I know. And that's where my questions began. Because you painted a picture publicly. And the picture those Wayne County tailmate calls painted, bitch, they don't look like the same picture. One version said, I don't fool with you, bitch. The other version said, I got your back. Didn't you say I fired him? But then you say I got a job waiting on you. Make this shit make sense. I ain't asking whether or not he guilty. I ain't asking whether this bitch guilty of nothing. I ain't accusing him of shit. I ain't even playing detective. I'm asking why. Why? Why did his story change? The narrative change? Why the public version of him and the phone call version of him were different people? I just want to know. Because at the end of the day, people can make up their own mind. But one thing I know for sure, and the calls didn't tell the same story that the public was told. And that's why we're still talking about this shit. That's why. That's why. So come here, Frank. We got questions. Help me understand which Frank are we talking about in this motherfucker. I need y'all, chat. Help me understand which Frank are we talking about. Drop some telephones if we talking about the Frank on the phone calls. Drop some mics in the chat if we talking about the Frank that did the interviews. Drop a car if we talking about the Frank that's offering Jarvis a job. Or drop a fucked up look if you think that's all of them are the same Frank. Because baby, I'm confused. I'm fucking confused. I'm sure there are more. Hey, Kenyetta. Welcome, my love. And if you think the phone calls told a completely different story than the statements that he made, just simplify this bitch and drop some eyes in the chat. Because Frank, you left us confused like a motherfucker. That's it and that's all. I'm just saying. Queen B, I see you, boo. Welcome. This is crazy. But we supposed to shut up. And Naziyah, God knows where, still ain't answered for. But we supposed to be quiet. Is y'all crazy people? Queen B says, MOCA, why haven't we seen Annette or Shannon interrogation videos yet? I'm waiting to see those videos. Show us their interrogation interviews. What? My question, Queen B, is this. From the way all of this shit panned out, was there really an interview? Because remember, Kim Worthless brought her ass out here. And the only thing she said was, we got our man. We got our man. We believe that his motive was because, no, we believe He was the father of Naziyah's unborn baby. Why the fuck you know that if you ain't had no Naziyah? How the hell did you know that? If there was no, lady, stop. All these people got to answer. All these people got to answer to this shit. Make it make the fuck sense. Absolutely, Cornell. Cornell said right. Because he wasn't doing no interviews in the beginning. It was like, Frank, who? Absolutely, Laconda said, liar, liar, pants on fire. Ariane said, we need to talk to Jimmy. Maurice. What was the other one name? Listen, Frank said if they open their mouth, he was going to fire him. Lisa said Frank was playing Jarvis. Frank was playing, and Jarvis could tell just by the way he was talking to him. Absolutely. Kenyetta said, he said, hello, handsome. That's just what the hell he said. Now, why? Why would he say that? My girl, Black Goddess, says, wait. He said Jarvis and King stole from him. But when they raided the shop in February, King went right back to the same man that said he stole from him. Roll him up is full of shit. Absolutely. Absolutely. Abso-goddamn-lutely. Sis, that was the play. That was the goddamn play. Star said we need all the calls. They playing, sis. They playing. His wife said a quick prayer for Naziyah, if I may. Baby, always. His wife says, chat, a quick prayer for Naziyah. And his wife's prayers are always welcome here. Heavenly Father, we lift up this precious 13-year-old girl and her unborn baby into your loving care, wherever she is. Please surround her with your protection. Amen. Amen. And amen again. I'm his wife. Thank you so very much for that. And because we're so invested, everybody keeps Naziyah lifted in prayer. Syed said he was down with Jarvis until shit hit the fan. You're welcome, sunshine. Syed said, oh, they asked to keep it private for their safety. For their safety, them bitches was wide open from the beginning. So what they need protection from for now? What they still need? What they need who they need protection from? Their goddamn self? Come on, people. But child, let me tell you all this. Tonight we asked a whole lot of questions. And baby, I don't know if the questions we asked got us any closer to answers. But one thing I do know, the porch still pays attention. Because for 2 years, this mysterious $7,000 has managed to survive conversations, distractions, arguments, and every attempt to be ignored. And somehow we still sitting here talking about it tonight. I ain't never gonna tell nobody what to think. I ain't never telling nobody I believe this happened, that happened. Nuh-uh. I ain't claiming to have no answers. Absolutely the fuck not. But what I am gonna say is questions don't disappear just because people stop asking them publicly. And sometimes the things that keep resurfacing are the very things that deserve another look and a deeper look. Because those $7,000 means something, Annette. They do. They do. Whether people like it or not, over here we remember. And until that question stop making us scratch our fucking heads, we gonna keep talking about them. I enjoyed the conversation tonight. Now, before we get out of here, I want to thank all my Nola, Bells, Bows, cousins, and friends for hopping on the porch with your girl. I do. I thank y'all for the damn comments. I thank y'all for the theories. I thank y'all for the laughs, because baby, my chest hurting right now. And I thank y'all for continuing to support this porch. Uncovered said, do we really know if she was pregnant? It could have been Shannon texting about the gym. I believe the majority of those text messages were Shannon. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button for your girl. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, baby. Grab a membership if you would like to become a part of this elite family. Because we kick it over here. And don't forget to turn on your notification so you don't miss when the porch light comes back on. Because one thing I know for certain and two for sure, this story ain't over. And neither are a whole lot of other stories that we're following. Those on the replay game, make sure you hype up the live for your girl. I encourage y'all to stay tuned, stay engaged, stay asking questions, whether it's here or someplace else. Keep asking the questions. And most importantly, sitting on this porch, trust me, we're going to have plenty more talk about Naziyah Harris until they give us Naziyah Harris. Until next time, y'all, I love y'all. Be safe. Take care of yourselves. Love on yours. And as always, purpose over popularity. No big eyes and no little U's over here. Everybody is somebody. Now let's smash the like button on the way out the door if you haven't. And let's flood this chat with justice for Naziyah as we get out of here and embrace one another as family. I love you all. God bless and good night.
We stand tall, we rise as one. No lapels, the work ain't done. No. Motivated from the heart, never run. Truth and caring, everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This is family. This is family. And we stand tall. Tapping if you real, we don't fake nothing here. Got a team full of truth and a chat full of cheer. MOCA in the seat, steady steering the ship. Every topic got depth, every comment got grip. We don't tear folks down, we just build them up. If you moving off love, then you one of us. Know the pride in the room and the vibe so loud. Every bell in the check gon' rep that crowd. We stand tall, we rise as one. No lapels, the work ain't done. Won't you lead from the heart, never run. Truth and caring, everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This is family. This is family. And we stand tall. Down in the NOLA where the soul don't break. MOCA built the lane where the real ones stay. Ain't no faking the funk, ain't no playing for clout. You bring that mess, we gon' sort that out. But this ain't about drama, it's about love. It's about healing, it's about trust. Every child, every voice, every name in the breeze. We gon' stand for the ones no one else gon' see. So we We protect what's right and we hold that line. It's the chat where the truth and the love collide, where the voices don't hide and the pain gets light. We see you, we feel you, we fight for the cause. Every kid, every tear, we break down walls. When you hear that bell, that's the call to act. We family now, and that's just facts. We stand tall, we rise as one. Blow the bells, the work ain't done. Leading from the heart, never run. Truth and care are everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This one's for every voice we fight for and every child who needs to be heard. We see you, we feel you. We stand with the truth. This is the Know Your Bells. Leave a comment, like, share, subscribe. Stand tall with. Join the family.
Thank you, everyone. God bless you all. Good night. Saye, thank you so much, my love, for your continuous support of the channel. You all have a blessed night. And like I said, keep your notifications set so you know when we hit this porch again. Love you all. Enjoy your night. God bless.